Before the video starts, I just want to address a few things. First of all, the topic of this video is not over-exaggerated. These are true events that actually happened, and I'm trying my best not to over-exaggerate them, even though I might not over-exaggerate every single thing, and I might over-exaggerate every single thing. And secondly, please don't spam the comment section with MLG memes are dead, because they're not. Just look at the thumbnail. That thing's a glorious piece of artwork. Anyway, guys, today I'm going to be talking about how I could have almost possibly died in a school shooting, and it's a pretty interesting story, and so I hope y'all enjoy. Alright guys, so this traumatizing event takes place when I was in 4th grade, and I was a little kid, and I was very fragile, very, very weak during this time, so just wanted to get that out of the way. And like I said, I was a 4th grader. I didn't know anything other than memes and friends, so there we go. So I woke up, like always, and went to school. And so far, the day was annoying because I had to listen to my teacher ramble about how it's important to know long division and English stuff because that's what my homeroom taught. And there were only 3 homeroom classes. That's just 4th grade. That's just 4th grade itself. The whole building for the school was huge. I mean, it was giant. There was only one building, and it fits elementary, middle school, and high school kids in one building, and it's insane. So there's that building, there's the parking lot, which is huge, and it's just probably a flex, like they're just flexing on you. And then the football field, just a 100-yard football field, nothing special. And yeah, a lot of buildings. And today was a really weird day because it was Friday the 13th. The date was the 13th of that month, and the day was Friday. So I guess there have been reports of this guy who's just been staying in the woods, and across the street from our school are these train tracks, and past those train tracks are just a bunch of woods, and apparently there was a creepy guy with a body bag in his beat up green truck just sitting in there barefoot, and he was barefoot. I don't know why that's really important. That's just all I remember of the guy. So yeah, he was barefoot. So anyways, one of the girls there, we'll just call her Julie because I heard she got... And anyways, she has a dad that works there, and I didn't say this, and I probably should because it's really important, but they had police working there the whole time. Like, during school hours, they would just have police walking down the hallways and just making sure everything was A-okay. So, this girl, Julie, has a dad that works there as the police, and he picks up his radio one day during lunch. This is during lunch, so I'm done with all my classes, or at least half of it, and basically my schedule is we go to homeroom, stay there for what feels like a trillion years, go to lunch, I get fat, I go to recess, I get even more fat, I go back to school inside, and I listen to her ramble about even more stuff that sounds like and feels like a trillion more years, and I repeated that process for 100 and something days, and I wanted to jump off the Grand Canyon. So anyways, this one day in particular was strange. So Julie's dad picks up his radio during lunch, and I'm just looking around and I see him pick up his radio in a really weird way, and then he just runs out of the room. I mean, no joke. He just like he does his best Usain Bolt impression and skirts out of the cafeteria, runs down the hall, and then all of a sudden the lights go out. I'm like, this kid is John Wick. John Wick is about to blow up our school because we killed his dog. And we needed his fur because we were going to sell it to kids in God knows where. So, that's not the case. So, he runs down the hall, lights turn off, I skirt under the table and start crying my eyes out like there's no tomorrow because I have no idea what's going on. And like I said, I was a scared and weak-minded child, so I was afraid of the dark, like everybody else was totally afraid of the dark. And actually, you know what? I'm not wrong about that. One of the kids was scared of getting his root beer taken. Like, no joke. One of the kids there was scared of losing his 73 grams of sugar, pure legitness drink. And don't get me wrong, I love root beer. Shout out to Barks, please sponsor me. Those root beers are awesome. I don't know what root beer he had, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, he was literally genuinely just sucking on his straw with the root beer inside for at least a good 40 minutes. And I'm just like, Guinness, pick up this kid. This guy's amazing. So, we get reports that there's a guy running across our football field. And I'm like, oh, shoot. So, I'm just sitting there. Well, this is all what happened after. So, after the whole thing went down, I know what happened. And I'm just talking to my friends about it. I'm like, wow, that was a cool experience. I'm going to hopefully not make a YouTube video about this one day. Here we are. And, yeah. So, I didn't know what was happening. And I asked another lady, we'll just call her Amy. And Amy, she says there's a bad guy. And I'm like, well, what the heck does that mean? There's a bad guy. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Is he like bad guy like what's his face, like Flex Luthor or whatever his name is in Superman, or is it like Thanos? And by the way, why can't he just double the amount of resources in the universe? Like, stupid. So, anyways, I'm asking, like, there's a bad guy on the campus. Wow. And so I'm just crying, and I'm sitting under the table with all my like school friends, and this one kid out of nowhere, like just sitting in the corner. We'll just call him Bobby. He's sitting in the corner, and then all of a sudden he goes, there's snipers in the corner. And I'm just like, wow. That is one of the most positive things you could say during this setting of time. During this period in our lives when we could possibly get shot to death, you're going to say and go out on a limb that you think there are snipers in our cafeteria building. Like, this isn't no army lockdown thing. This is for real, dog. Like, stop trying to use your imagination, because this is real. I mean, his imagination kept him from crying, which kind of calmed me down, so that was kind of cool. Anyways, another, like, 30 minutes go by after what seems to be a million years of 15 minutes, and in total, like, 45 minutes, quick maths. In total, it was 45 minutes, and we just waited and waited and waited, and finally, the lights came back on. I'm just like screaming, yay, 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 yay. And then I notice, and I think to myself, what day is it again? Like, just out of random, I just think, what's the date? And surely enough, Friday the 13th. It was the 13th day of that month, and it was Friday. So, I got this thought again now that I'm going into another grade in middle school. This was in 4th grade, so this was a long time ago. I'm thinking to myself, how do I remember this experience? And it was, of course, traumatizing to my 4th grade-year-old, 10-year-old self. But, I mean, I don't know. Probably, I think the reason I remembered it was because our history teacher, shout out to her, you're amazing, she told us a story about a school shooting where these two idiots went into school and they made like custom weapons and they shot everyone and they were like taunting kids. It's horrible. It's just bad. They were said to plan that shooting on Hitler's birthday. So I don't know what this freako was doing, but he was trying to shoot up our school on the Friday of 13th. And if y'all don't know what Friday the 13th is, it's just a horror film series. And yeah, it's basically just a guy who had his mother killed at a camp while he was drowning. And then he kind of just haunts the kids who go to that camp every single year. And yeah, it's really, really bad. Don't watch it. Unless if you are 17 or above. Or unless if your parents want you to watch it. But anyway, besides the point, bad movie. Well, I mean, the series is good, but bad movie for a kid. So, he was planning to do that on Friday the 13th. So, I mean, I don't know what his problem was. I mean, well, of course I know what his problem was. He had a body bag with his beat-up green truck that looked like it was from the 70s inside of the woods while he was barefoot. Now, they caught him. The police finally caught him. This is basically me finding out what happened right after. Because good old Julie is my best friend, of course. Just kidding. Girls hate me. She tells me what happened. So, basically, there was an idiot with a gun that is a stolen gun. So, the guy is, apparently, he has been being watched by the police in the woods. And so, the police chase after him once they see him go onto the road, finally, after like a million years. exaggeration, and he takes the cop's gun. He takes his gun, and then he goes to the school. And obviously they shut that crap down because they found him skirting across the football field. If y'all don't know what skirting means, he's just running across the football field. And he's trying to get into the building. So I would say maybe it's like a code yellow. I mean, it wasn't a code black or red. Those are the worst codes, and it didn't happen to us, so yeet. And they caught him running across the field, and I don't remember what happened to him after that. All I kind of remember was it was around the time some guy in a cult got released from prison. That's it. It's super weird memory. I don't know why, but it's super weird, guys. So if y'all like weird, like me, then make sure y'all smash the like button and comment down below for more weird personal stories. I have a bunch of them. I didn't really think my life was that interesting, and then here I go. I got one story, and then I'm coming up with a bunch of stories that are actually true. So crab rave intensifies, I guess. So, like I said, if y'all want to see more personal stories and commentaries like this one, I personally enjoy doing a bunch of these commentaries. Make sure y'all smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications so y'all never miss any of my uploads, and also just share my channel with everyone y'all know because I'm almost at 100 subs, and I would greatly appreciate it because I've been told by like thousands of people that getting to 100 subs is the hardest thing to do on YouTube. So once we knock out that buckaroo, we're just going straight to supported creator codes all the way. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.